Hey everyone, I'm back. I just wanted to come through and make a how-to video for yarn locks. I totally love this style. I've seen plenty of people here on YouTube rocking it and it looks fantastic. So I just said, you know what, let me set some time aside to create a video for this. So I know if I love it, probably other people would love it as well. I have issues with my edges, as I've mentioned in some of my other videos, so I do not bring the yarn all the way up to the base of the hair. If you're interested in learning how to do this hairstyle, please keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Osa here. I'm just getting home from work. I am so disappointed to say that the footage that I had for the yarn locks got deleted. I'm not very savvy when it comes to editing. I did sign up for a course on how to edit videos and things like that, just because I want to be in the know-how and I want for my videos to be professional and, you know, have a certain look, and I'm not there yet, but that's okay. I wanted to show you how to do some yarn locks. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. So I'm just going to, I guess it's a blessing in disguise. Now I can show you how to remove your yarn locks as well. So what I would usually do is just cut to where I think my hair is, you know, obviously go a little bit further down on the lock itself, and you snip that off, and then you would just pull on the strings, pull down on the strings. And if you had a pretty good section where you were twisting the right way, it will just simply unravel. But I think on certain parts I had to add yarn, so you just simply just keep pulling down on your dread or your false locks, and you remove. Okay, so what's going to be under here is a synthetic hair braid that I did earlier in the process. I have to say that this style takes a very long time, so if you're planning on doing this style, set aside a couple of days to do so, because you have to do box braids first and then put the yarn on top of the box braid. But I'm going to go through the step for you. This style took me about, I would say, 8 or 9 hours to do over a course of 3 days, because I was also braiding other people's hair over the weekend and, you know, things like that. So I couldn't just do it all in one sitting, and frankly I just got tired of the process, and I think that happens to a number of people who do their yarn locks themselves. So I already have yarn that's cut. It's actually very long. I like to just do really long pieces just to save time as I'm wrapping. So for this style I stuck to about 6 pieces of yarn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As you're watching the video, I want you to understand that I have issues with my edges. I don't know if you can see this here, so I don't do my edges tight. And I know that in the natural hair community a lot of us have, you know, some trouble with our edges. And now that we know that we should not be doing tight styles, I try to stick to that. So I'm just going to refer to this as edge-friendly yarn locks. I have seen the girls where it looks so beautiful, so neat, but it's really tight on their edges, and hopefully they won't have any problems when they are taking their hair out. So you want to take your 6 strings, fold it over where you have a little piece sticking down, and then you're going to place it on top of your braid. So then you would begin wrapping, and as I'm wrapping I'm holding the braid tight, but I'm not pulling on the hair. Okay, as you're going around, I'm using my thumb in the back to hold the yarn in place. Alright, after I get it to a place of where I want it, I send the yarn back around. As I'm sending it around, I'm catching it with the other hand, and I'm placing it right, sorry, I have a mirror right here, so I'm going to turn like this, and I'm placing it right on the next segment of the yarn. So wrapping the yarn around, you want to place it right below the last section that you just did. So bring it back around, use your thumb in the back to hold it. Take the hair and place it right above that. Bring it around. And hold it. Bring it around. And hold it. And it's perfectly normal if you're a beginner for your fingers to get tired. That's okay. You just want to take your time with this process. So let's say after 3 locks you are getting tired, take a little break. It's perfectly fine. Okay. So once I get till about here, I'm going to separate out 2 strings because my braid is too short. If I know that I want to be doing, if I know that I want to be doing long locks, I have to separate out some string to make sure that I can get to the length that I want. When you're separating the string, understand that you need to replace those 2 strings that you just separated out. So here's the 2, and now I have 4 left in my hand. So I have to now get 2 more pieces of yarn from my yarn stash. Okay, I'm making it a little bit longer just so that it doesn't all bunch up towards the middle. So you can just make that a little bit longer and place it with your other four strings. After you do that, you want to wrap it around again. Make sure all your strings are flat as you're wrapping. Make sure it's flat. And what I mean by flat is, can you see that? Flat like this, as opposed to having it twirled all together. Okay? So make sure it's flat, and then you continue wrapping it around. After you do that a few times, the other pieces that you just added in are secure. So like I stated to you before, if you know you have an event coming up, try to get this style going within a week of the event in case you don't get a chance to finish the entire style. Also, don't be overzealous and make it down to your butt and you're a beginner or something like that, because you're going to get tired. Your fingers will get tired. So when I started this style, I started to do it really long, and then I realized like I just don't have the time for it, so I started making it shorter, which is perfectly fine. And if you get here and if you're looking in the mirror and you feel that you have any spaces or gaps, you can just take where your braiding hair is and just push up on the dread, and those gaps will disappear. And just keep wrapping. And after a while, as you're traveling down the braid, you'll get the hang of it. And you'll start to gain a rhythm. Okay. once you get down to a length that you like. I don't have a lighter with me, so what I did was I took a single string and I just keep wrapping it around. And I'm making sure that I'm pulling on the string as I wrap it around, and I'm holding it with my thumb and my index finger. Keep going, just wrap it around. And then you're going to tie a knot. Pull. It's going to keep wrapping it around. Then you're going to tie a knot. And pull. Take another string and tie a knot. You don't have to do the wrapping around, you just have to do that at one time. Pull. Take another string, wrap it around, tie your knot, pull. Be on the safe side, take about 2 or 3 more strings and do the same thing, because we don't want this coming out. One more. Okay. And on the last one that I just took up, I'm going to just tie another knot. So on that same string that I just took up. Alright. Take your scissors and cut. And you are good. You're good to go. And that should not come out. Okay. Take this side. Cover the back. So you want to put the back into a ponytail. Take the front. And twist. And instead of going behind your ponytail, I'm going to just take it above the ponytail. I'll show you the back in a second. I'll just place the hair where it needs to be. And you can just tuck it in the back. So even though your yarn locks are not complete, you can still twist it up into a very cute style until you've completed your whole head. My recommendation to you is to just start on the outer. That way you can still put your hair in a ponytail and, you know, get away with a cute style. So, alright, so that concludes today's tutorial. I hope that was helpful. Feel free to leave me any comments in the comment section, and if you have any personal questions, you can always email me at info.osula@gmail.com. I will leave everything in the description box below. I hope this was helpful. So have a good one, guys. I4C Beauty. Have a good one.